honest with you, but you be honest with yourself. You got to decide whether this stress level of being independent and self-employed is worth it, because you got to keep the roof on your head. You got to pay those bills, and they're not going to go away just because you want a voice act for an animated project or a video game or anything. This takes a lot of money and time. You got to invest in acting classes. This is huge, 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 huge. And again, I benefited totally. If I could have taken what I've learned in voice acting classes and gone in a time machine and redubbed Dragon Ball Z in the beginning, I think my performance would have been so much better, because I learned a lot. So actors, don't just sit there and say, I know what I'm doing and I can just wing it. Like, no. You got to learn from people who've been doing this in the business, who teach and everything, to build a character, to improvise, to do all that. And this is not free. I mean, you got to save your money, just like you want to buy a PS4 or an Xbox One, you want to get an HD TV or an iPhone, you got to save your money. So save your money to take classes. You got to live where the work is. And in many cases, you got to move where the work is, because, I was in Dallas, and Funimation gave me a lot of opportunity, but not enough to live on. I wanted to live on voice acting. I wanted that to be my career. So I decided LA is for me. That is where the most opportunity for voice work is. Any major city has radio, TV, commercial work, which is great. And that depends on what your goals are. You want to be on a video game or a cartoon or an animated movie or something? The first big hurdle is being where the work is. The directors need you there. Even though the technology exists to hop on Skype and email MP3s and this, that, and the other, for certain projects, they want you physically there. You just got to accept that. So you got to uproot your entire existence. And there's no guarantee. Everything I'm saying, all the classes, all the money, all the moving, all the years of waiting, all the networking you do, and being, taking advantage of social media and getting out there, making a name for yourself, and getting your name heard and being heard with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of auditions that never make it a gig. This is all ingredients that may or may not work. It's all risk with no guarantee of reward. There's people that come out here and they try for a few years and nothing happens, so they gotta.
Yeah. I mean, as a theater student, I guess I call myself, I see that echo in a lot of aspects of show business. Just never, you don't have that security that you would in another job. Like, it's always a gamble.
Right.
We're running out of time here, so I was gonna ask you who your main inspiration was, but I assume that's Mel Blanc.
Yes, absolutely. And then today, the people that really lead the charge are like Billy West, Maurice LaMarche, Rob Paulson, who has an excellent voice acting podcast, Talking Tunes, where every week he's talking to a master of the cartoon voice world. It's amazing. I met John DiMaggio, who has a brand new documentary called I Know That Voice that's coming out soon in a few months on iTunes and on demand. Yeah. They don't talk to any anime voice peeps, but still, I mean, they talk to the cartoon people. And these are the people that I want to do. This is my main goal. This is what I wanted to do since I was a kid. I love voicing anime. I love voicing in video games. But I would love to transition to, the cartoon world, because if you see all that behind the scenes stuff, when they're sitting there all together recording as a team, as a group, they're playing off each other's performance and they're improvising and they're cracking up, having a grand old time. I've only gotten to do that a couple times in my career. It tastes so sweet. I want to go back to that world.
Yeah, I mean, most people don't even give recognition to anime voice actors. Not even anime in general, and especially like the jobs like voice acting, they don't really get as glamorized. I know about the process since I'm the nerd that I am, but like most people don't pay attention to that. They're not as exposed as the Western animation is, I guess.
Right.
We're running out here, so I'm gonna go into the last section I have real quick. I'm just gonna list off some what I call fanboy questions. I'm doing air quotes. I don't know why I did that. You can't see me. There's just 4 of the questions that I think a lot of the fans of Dragon Ball Z and your other shows would love to hear. Answer them as briefly as possible. First one, what is your favorite saga of Dragon Ball Z?
I actually really did enjoy the Buu saga. I mean, it's it's long. Well, yeah, I'm also in it, but I just think it's a ton of fun. I really did enjoy that.
That was my favorite one as a kid too. What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie, just in general, over all time, I'd say, Star Wars, old school Star Wars.
Really?
That and Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, that kind of figures being. Your
I'm
job.
older.
What is your favorite character that you voiced?
Gosh. Well, obviously, being Gohan or the narrator on Dragon Ball Z has been iconic from several standpoints, being on such a huge show in pop culture, and then starting my career. But, being Ryu in Street Fighter led to getting to have a cameo in Wreck-It Ralph, and that's another childhood dream of mine, is to get into a Disney movie. So I can say that I got to do it, even though it's a line or two. But
I was disappointed by that because I saw your whole Facebook campaign about being in that movie, and I went to see it all early. I was like, yes, Dragon Ball Z Nerd is going to be in this movie, and then like that one line. It's like,
well,
way to underutilize someone.
Well, it's meant to be a cameo, because it's just a moment, but it's a world building moment, just like Sonic,
Oh, yeah.
And at least they got us, and then they didn't hire a movie star. They totally could have.
Yeah.
As you know, most of the trend Hollywood thinks that people go to see animated movies because of the voice cast, because it's a celebrity.
I never understood that. Especially like the Chipmunk movies, because like you can't even tell it's them.
I know. Frank Welker got screwed in the Transformers, the Michael Bay movies, because it's like you can't even really tell it's Hugo Weaving. They process his voice so much.
Yeah. And last fanboy question. I think you've probably been asked this already, but why not? Have you seen Battle of Gods?
I've not seen Battle of Gods. I hope that we'll get to dub it, obviously, because it's brand new animation for Dragon Ball Z, and I wish that 20th Century Fox would work out some sort of deal with Funimation, but they hold the international rights. But think how cool that would be to go into an IMAX theater like it was in Japan and see DBZ on the big screen. I have no idea if it's good, bad, indifferent, or what, but...
Well, it's on Blu-ray now. You can Amazon it.
Right.
As I did.
Yeah, nice.
I don't want to spoil it to the actual voice actor that's going to be in it, so you're just going to have to see it yourself. That's all the time we have here, unfortunately. Once again, thanks for being on the show. We'd love to have you again, hopefully. All right, thanks for all your time. I'll stop annoying you now.
All good. It's all good. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you out there in 2014. You've been listening to Planet Nowhere Radio.